seeing at least 20 minutes of light rain. Okay, dry seem like the best tyre for now. So this rain could be with us for a while. Light rain conditions for the foreseeable future. Superb parking there, mate. Let's make sure we get the edge on the surrounding drivers as the lights go out. Okay, so that's the rest of the grid forming up now. Be patient and watch for those lights. Okay, be careful with the front wing, you've taken some minor damage. Okay, DRS is now available. Look out for a bit of understeer when trailing the car ahead. They're going to be giving off dirty air, which is going to affect our tyres, so try to get past. Battery charge is high, let's use that overtake button a bit more. Tyre condition still looking good. And we're still happy that we're on the right tyres at the moment. Okay, so this light rain is going to be with us for a while now. The car behind's gaining on you by 0.5 a lap. Still not a perfect situation, but I don't think we've got cause to move on to a different tyre yet. Light rain will stay with us for at least 20 minutes, maybe more. Light rain is here to stay. Dries definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment. Still not a perfect situation, but I don't think we've got cause to move on to a different tyre yet. Okay, so that last lap, 1:25.9. We'll be seeing at least 20 minutes of light rain. Okay, dries seem like the best tyre for now. The tyre situation's pretty touch and go right now. We think the slicks may still be quicker, but it's very close, and you're going to struggle to keep them in the temperature window. The inters are ready for whenever you need them. This rain could be with us for a while. Light rain conditions for the foreseeable future. Dries definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment. Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap. Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 2.4 seconds. Okay, let's go now. Come on. Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Okay, the stewards have now disabled DRS. DRS is now disabled. And gap to the car in front, 1.6 seconds. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 27.9 seconds. You're running low on ERS. Reminder that you can play around with ERS modes in the MFD or lift sometimes and ease onto the brake pedal for some manual recharge. Great manoeuvre, you made it look so easy. Okay, gap ahead, 4.7 seconds. P6, you got P6. They're on old intermediates. They're on old intermediates. Okay, so gap to the leader, 11.3 seconds. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. currently sat in 6th. They're on old intermediates. They're on old intermediates. Our gap to first place, 10.7 seconds. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. Increasing the gap to the car behind by a few seconds per lap. Keep it up. Okay, you've got P5, P5. They're on old intermediates. They're on old intermediates. Okay, gap to leader, 10.1 seconds. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. Okay, 18 laps to go. Pace is strong, but be aware these tyres need to go the distance. Okay, you've got P3. P3, well done. They're on old intermediates. They're on old intermediates. The distance to the leader, 10.9 seconds. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Okay, be aware, the grip levels are going to start falling away soon. Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilise some of this energy. Come on. Okay, you're doing well out there. Keep it up. We're looking at about 10 more minutes of rain. 10 minutes. Okay, we've got a full course caution. The safety car's out. Keep an eye on the delta. We need to keep it positive to avoid a penalty. Slow down, maintain positive delta. Right, let's go, come on. That was a fantastic stop, faster than we were expecting. Up to speed now, let's get some heat into those tyres. Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta's negative, which means you're going too fast. Reduce your pace. Okay, overtake the... Right, drop your speed. Our delta's too low and we're going to risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately. don't forget, you've got more control than ever over your ERS mode, so play around with them in your MFD. Okay, let's catch up to the field a bit. We're dropping too far back. Remember, we need to stay within 10 car lengths of the next car. Okay, let's get ready to go racing again. The safety car is in this lap. When the field accelerates, remember there's no overtaking until the timing line. Safety car in this lap. It looks like we're running on a dry track soon. Back to dry shortly. Keep managing your tyres, manage your tyres. No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. Okay, clear. It's still not a perfect situation, but I don't think we've got cause to move on to a different tyre yet. Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy. No threat of rain for the time being, conditions look good. Inters look like the best tyre for now. Understood, stopping this lap. Okay, off we go, back into the race. Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one. Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross onto the track. Okay, we've been given a time penalty. It will go against our finishing time at the end of the race. Get your head down and let's get it done. Safety car, no overtaking, reduce your pace. Keep your delta number positive as we form up. Okay, there's been an incident on track resulting in loose debris. Fortunately, the marshals have managed to clear it up in time and there are so far no plans for a safety car. Right, drop your speed. Our delta's too low and we're going to risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately. Right, let's pick up the pace a touch, please. We need to close to within 10 car lengths of the car ahead. No rain expected, no rain expected for the time being. Okay, not sure whether dries or inters are faster, we're right on the crossover. Safety car in this lap, safety car in this lap. Let's make sure those tyres are up to temperature, and remember, there's no overtaking until the timing line. Stay in position until the green flags. Catching the car ahead, well done, but be aware these tyres need to get us to the end of this race. Green flag. Got a lot of spare energy, okay to use your overtake button. Okay, the stewards have now enabled DRS. DRS is now online. Okay, mate, this is the final lap of the race. Final lap.
Nice one. Very lovely drive. On to the next one.